Okay, traders, today is Friday, June 29th, 2012. It is Friday afternoon, and we are looking at the Russell 2000. Traders, big reversal today out of the right shoulder. As you can see, before today happened, removed today's bar, we were neatly and cleanly inside of the right shoulder of the head and shoulders formation. We were expecting the market to stay inside the circle and then come down and most likely end up doing this before this entire move comes to an end. There is the holiday reversal phenomenon that I guess the likelihood is it started slightly early, and let me see if I can reiterate what that means. Traders, you know that we have this phenomenon called holiday reversals, and the days leading into a 3-day holiday weekend are generally when we get these major reversals. Now, the holiday coming this week is the 4th of July holiday festivities here in the United States. The holiday is on Wednesday next week, midweek. Being that it's not a 3-day weekend, I thought let's not worry about the reversal until, Monday next week, and we'll see if it does something else strange on Monday, because there's not a 3-day weekend coming up. Yes, we're off on Wednesday, but that's it. Looks like possibly the reversal started early, and what makes sense there is usually if we have a holiday on a Friday, Monday and Tuesday are basically normal days, and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday become reversals. Sometimes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but usually Monday is a fair play day. Then the reversals leading into the 3-day holiday weekend begin. Some of you who may be new to these videos might be saying, what are you talking about, Oscar, with these holiday reversals? However, there are thousands of Omniacs who've been following me, and many of you recognize that although it is an Oscarism, holiday reversals are real, and it is a phenomenon. What I'm thinking we're looking at here is the holiday, because it's on a Wednesday, the reversal started today, Friday. It's only a few days till the holiday comes. Gives the market enough time to reverse and get back to normal by Wednesday next week. So maybe we are looking at holiday reversals starting slightly early because the holiday is not Friday. It is mid-session, midweek on Wednesday. Sticking with that theme with the holiday traders, why the markets usually reverse, we don't have an exact reason why the phenomenon takes place. My reasoning is basically that so many traders know that they're going to have a 3-day weekend that a few days leading into that 3-day weekend, they go on vacation. They go up to the Poconos. They go out to the Hamptons. They go out to their lake houses in Chicago. But traders do a mass exodus away from the trading exchanges and go on vacation, knowing that it's a holiday week and they'll have an extra day off. So generally, we expect that to happen on the days leading to the Friday where the holiday is. This holiday happens to be on a Wednesday next week, so the reversals look like they've started early. They started Friday this week, leading into next week. That's what I'm thinking this crazy phenomenon was. Now, of course, there is news behind it. And, the news coming out of Europe every day is ridiculous. They just continue with this pouring out of news. We're going to help Spain. We're not going to help Spain. Portugal needs help. No, it doesn't. Italy might sink the world. Oh, Italy's going to be okay now. It's just nonstop. They just keep flooding us with this nonsense out of Europe. So likelihood is you can find news to give you this spike high today, but it melds well with the holiday reversals. So we have a couple of things going on. Now that that's been said, you do have the OTAPMA that you rallied above, which is something that doesn't normally happen. Generally, you run into the OTAPMA, stop, and go the other way. So this got very strong today. Kind of a thin market, but still very strong. And the market, the Russell on the daily bar got above my OTAPMA, or the OMNI Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. Thank goodness we had stops in. Last night, as we got filled in the S&P, we got stopped at the same time. We put orders in to go short, and bang, got stopped at the same moment. My apologies there, traders. Not much I could do about that. Whatever the news was that made us jump into the holiday reversals came out quick, came out last night, and really made an impact on our markets. We did have stops in. Thank the Lord for stops. Thank the Lord that we know futures trading is extremely risky and can cause substantial financial loss If you do not use stops, I assure you your account will be empty like that. If you do not recognize the risks behind trading, and if you do not realize that trading is not suitable for all trading accounts, you really shouldn't be in this game. It is difficult, and the last quarter has been the toughest quarter. A guy like me that's been doing this for 30 years, the last quarter has been the toughest quarter I can remember in 20 years. I mean, it has just been brutal. And I think it will continue this way a little bit longer while the markets try to figure out what to do now that the Volcker Rule and the Dodd-Frank Act has been enacted, or at least the banks have been acting accordingly to the new rules. A lot less liquidity in the markets, a lot easier for these markets to blow up in areas that they didn't normally go to. So we all have to get used to that. And I think a lot of the reason why a lot of people are getting chopped up lately is exactly that. We're all trying to get used to something new. You will get used to it. The analysis does work. Stay steadfast and continue doing what you're doing, and you'll see the markets will straighten out as you will. The other tough thing you have going on is this is the middle of the summer now. At least we're right smack in the summer season, and summertime's never been known to be rosy for us traders. So we have that too. We will come out of this summertime pullback seasonal insanity. September will come, the light will come to the end of the tunnel. Be careful this summer, traders. It has not been easy. So here's your Russell above OTAPMA on a one-day spurt, which could very well just be holiday reversals leading into the 4th of July next week. But let's look around the board. Let's go around the horn here and see what we got. Traders, we are looking at the emini S&P on a daily bar chart. The emini S&P, if you recall, the last time it rallied up to our OTAPMA, it failed and broke miserably. Gave us the right shoulder. Now we've had another rally right back to the OTAPMA area, right before the holiday. Multiple head and shoulders formations all over the charts lately. Then a big rally on Friday, right before the holiday reversal begins. Maybe the holiday reversal started slightly early. But remember two things. Last time we got up here, it did not stay. I mean, you can see right here. Now we're here. And if you look at this shoulder, you had a major spike in this shoulder. And you're having a major spike in this shoulder. This may very well be just a repeat of what we see. Now, I am not going to anticipate that it's only a repeat. We'll follow it, and whatever it does, we will react to. But it has failed up here before the last 3 times it was here. And it is here again on a holiday reversal trade. So, you know, certainly you have to be suspicious of that. Then, of course, we can connect our longer-term trend line, and that shows some room to make it all the way up here into the 1390s if it really wanted to push. But I say we play it one day at a time. This very well could be a head test of the head and shoulders. We will find out. I will say it's been tricky. I know that last night I was short S&P right here at the top of the shoulder and stopped out right here. It was a quick, got in, got stopped. I didn't even have a moment to breathe, and I was already out of the trade. Bing, bang, in and out. Did not give us a moment to even get comfortable. And it just continued once again. Let me type this, because if it wasn't for this last night, traders, please remember this every single day that you trade. Place your stops. Thank the Lord I was wise enough to have a stop right here, because look at this day. You know, there are a lot of traders that might have got into this trade right here like we did, expecting, and I'll show you exactly why. We were expecting another day just like the days before, where the market runs up, hits about the top of the area of the shoulder, and then comes back down. So we are expecting a normal day. So we get in at the top of the shoulder, and then we put our stop somewhere right around here. We placed our stop somewhere right around here, just so that, you know, if we get in and it's not working and it gets above this high, I am getting out. So we got in here, we placed our stop there, and we got knocked right out on this trade. But here's what I was trying to bring up, and here is why I said, please use your stops. Thank the Lord for stops. Do you know how many traders, instead of putting their stop here, trade without stops? And when it got here, they sold more. And when it got here, they sold more. And right about here, you can tell that they're starting to bail out, because we're making new highs as the market comes towards the last 30 minutes of the day. So there are many traders that do not recognize that a stop is your best friend. and they think that they're bigger than the markets, and they get in without stops. And I assure you what's happening right now are very panicked traders today that sold into the rally without stops, and they are being abused at the highs at the end of the day. Always place your stops. I've been trading for 30 years now. I will not approach these markets without stops because I got short down here. Thank the Lord I had to stop in up here. So if we want to talk about stops, proof is in the pudding. We are not all broke today because we did place stops. Now, is it the holiday reversal? Most likely, yes. We will find out in the next couple of days, of course, but we will play it by ear. Let's look at another chart. Okay, traders. Once again, here we are. If you look at the spike in this shoulder, let me remove where this says right shoulder, left shoulder. Look at the spike this day in this shoulder. Here we are with a spike this day in this shoulder. It is not exactly unknown. You know what I mean? This doesn't look like something we haven't seen. Look right here. So you can't get happy thinking that this is the beginning of the new big up move when we are in a seasonal pullback time of the year, being the summer, and we are finishing off a head and shoulders formation, and we had a rally just like the one we had in the left shoulder. We're not above OTAPMA, which is what failed at the last time up right here. And we're in the right shoulder. We popped out of it for a day, but that did happen here, and it came right back down. So you cannot suddenly say, okay, this market has become bullish. It became bullish on Friday, today, but that doesn't mean it will continue. If you ask me, this is just holiday reversal nonsense, getting way too many people involved in the market and or stopping out all the people who've been short the last few days. So the NASDAQ tells us no need to panic. Just sit tight, let the reversal get out of the way, and sell it when it gets back up here somewhere. So that's how we're looking at it. Although we don't mind buying it, we'd love to be buyers if, in fact, the analysis on Monday and Tuesday tells us to do that. I think with the holiday on Wednesday, the likelihood of us trading on Monday and Tuesday is very low, but we will certainly do our homework and see what it looks like. Then when the holiday's over, right back to work, like nothing's ever happened. And if we're right, what you're going to see is one more of these, and then the holiday kicks in, and we come back from the holiday, and we end up down here. But I will not over-anticipate what's going to happen. I will not tell the chart what it will do. I was crafty enough to fill in this shoulder over the last few days, but I will not tell the chart it's going to reverse. When it does, it'll tell us, and then we expect the shoulder to finish filling in. Let's look at another chart. Traders, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. Yesterday, we did hold the 200. Today, the leader said, I am blasting off above the OTAPMA, and I'm going to keep on going. So the leader, certainly once it kicked in this morning and opened up, it certainly did pull the markets and show us that we will go higher today. We are making new highs right now towards the end of the day in the S&P. Right now, trading 1355 and a quarter, 1355 and a half. We are at the highs. So the leader sure did lead us down, and now is leading us right back up. But remember that this could very well just be the holiday reversal phenomenon. Very tricky area. Thank goodness we don't have to participate Monday and Tuesday next week because the holiday is Wednesday. At least traders who have been around long enough to know better will probably stay away on Monday and Tuesday. Let's see what the setup is, and let's go look at Dow Jones Industrials. Okay, traders, the Dow Jones Industrial Moving Average, as you can see, just back to the OTAPMA, not even as high as it was here the day before the break at the OTAPMA average. It went up there and broke, and here we are once again. Gets right up there and will very likely break. So that is what we are looking at. We'll see. We'll let it pan out one day at a time. I do like the idea that the holiday is coming and this reversal comes out of nowhere. It really does make sense that it's simply the holiday reversal. Again, we will take this one day at a time. We'll let Sunday happen, Sunday night. We'll see what it all looks like and continue from there. Then we have the insanity out of Germany. The news out of Europe, this political posturing, this crying that just won't go away. You know, Of course, they need to help Europe over there, and they really should be helping all the countries at once. This nonsense of pretending Spain doesn't need it, then it does, and Portugal we don't even mention, and Italy might need a bailout, but then it might not. Meanwhile, Italy's in a huge economy. ECB, what is going on over there? Why don't you just help the countries all together like the Fed did with our banks and let this recovery go? I mean, look at this herky-jerky action. Every time someone says something in Europe, you get another fantastic move. You know, okay, great for scalpers, I guess, if you get on the right side, but it doesn't really help anyone that's trying to position themselves to be in this market and act accordingly to an up move or a down move. It's just really, really been difficult lately. So here we are with the DAX. It puts in the head and shoulders. It starts filling in the right shoulder. Then today, wha-bam, we get up above this huge resistance channel. Let me just darken that in so you can see it a little better. Huge, huge resistance channel. We get above it on Friday with the crazy news out of Europe. However, holiday reversal, I think it's just following the U.S. markets, and that's what it's doing. Again, we'll let it tell us. Maybe it's going all the way up to Otapma. We will see. You know, the DAX is known to have these tremendous moves. But stay focused in the fact that all along we've been in this down move, and we're in this inverted head and shoulders right now, this upright head and shoulders right now. And we have the holiday reversal, 1 day through the parallel channel. I'm not so sure you should rush out and buy everything that you can buy in Germany right now. I think you sit tight and check and see whether or not this is merely just holiday reversal phenomenon. Then we have this crazy market. Look what happened to this market today. The CRB index broke out of the channel today that it's been respecting for weeks and weeks. In fact, for 2 months, it's been respecting this channel. Broke out of it and is heading right towards what? Otapma, just like everything else is doing out there right now. Now, the CRB index is made up of a basket of commodities. And you have metals, you got energies, you got meats, you got grains, you got a lot of stuff in the CRB that create this average. And a lot of those markets rallied today, but seems to me that, like everything else, holiday reversal going in the opposite direction and moving towards the OMNI average. What makes that up? Take a look at this market. Look at the crude oil. Oh my goodness. That's the Augie. This is the SEP. Look at the crude. I like the August better because that's what is going to go into delivery. And if you're going to get some sort of another spike, you'll get it in your August. Look at this rally right here, traders. We rallied 700 points today. 700 points in the crude oil in 1 day. You get out in your car right now and you drive to the gas stations, and I'll bet you every gas station that you can see, there's a guy on a ladder right now with the $4 sticker, and he's putting it on all the signs. $4 stickers everywhere. Because on a 1 day rally, those guys run right out to the pumps and jack up our prices. We dropped, I don't know, let's see. We dropped from 112 all the way down to 77. And the price at the pump moved about 50 cents from high to low. We rallied 7 points today. I'll bet you they rally the gas 50 cents on the pumps tonight when you go out and look. So be careful when you fill up your car tonight, because this rally is no joke. However, bear flag after bear flag after bear flag, traders. Look, they're just everywhere. Bear flag, right? And then we drop out of that bear flag. Another bear flag, and you can put this anywhere you want. It's a bear flag. Another bear flag gets formed right here. This being the flagpole. This being the bear flag. All the way down this entire move, it's been bear flags. And then what? The holiday's coming, and you get this? Makes no sense at all. Holiday reversal, if you ask me. Series of bear flag after bear flag in a bear market. And the economy certainly didn't just change last night, and the world didn't get better as of last night. So why is the crude up 700 points? The same reason why all these other insane markets rallied. Look at this one, silver. Look at the silver. Woohoo! Big, big, big rally, but where did it get to? Right to the top of this channel. It didn't really get anywhere, to be honest with you. It just basically hit the top of a channel, right here. And we just turn the whole thing red for you so it looks better. Gets right to the top of the channel. Big, big bear market it's been in for quite some time. This was a huge bear flag that it broke down out of, and all it did was get right back to the bottom of the bear flag and to the top of the bear channel, which means unless silver does something dynamic from here, you are still bearish this market. But the silver did help the CRB move higher today, as well as the crude oil. Then we have this, my nemesis for today. This is your corn market. Blasted off through the 200 bar moving average and basically put in a reversal day yesterday, this day. Today, however, like everything else in the CRB index, it just went bonkers to the upside. Traders, an apology has to come from me. We got short the corn last night. The corn broke all the way down to 615. We had a huge profit in it. I could not get out fast enough. I was fumbling, hitting my keyboard so fast I couldn't do anything to capture the profit. It went from 640, well actually from 635 to 615 and back to 640 in a snap of a finger. Too fast for me literally to spin my chair and hit a few keys. I could not take the profit in corn. And we went from having a huge profit to getting stopped out because here is what happened. It just went crazy. After coming all the way down here, I did everything in my power to get out. I just couldn't get us out. And it turned around and in a minute and a half was all the way back to 644 and hit our stop. Boo! We were stopped out in corn today. My apologies, traders. We had a great profit in it. I just couldn't take it fast enough. Now, let's switch this out to a weekly. The corn on the weekly, traders, I was selling right into this mess right here. This was my reason, well, one of my very many reasons, but major, major resistance up here, major trend line, major resistance, the OMNI average. I had so many reasons technically to want to be short this that I thought it would have worked very well today, and actually it did. There was a huge profit in it, but it ricocheted back so quickly that we were stopped before we had a chance to pull the 16 or 17 cents profit we had in the trade. 15, whatever the number was, we had profit in it, we just couldn't take it. So again, my apologies there, but the reasoning behind the sale was pretty darn good. First of all, you can consider this whole thing a big, massive, ugly flag right here, right? You have your pole, you have your flag. You can consider this whole thing a big, ugly flag, which started to break down. And then out of nowhere, after testing the higher flag and coming back down, today's boom, massive rally takes us out of the park. So I think the corn overall is still going to be bearish here. I think we have to deal with the phenomenon of the holiday reversal, and then we start to come right back down next week. But we did get stopped in corn today. My apologies there. Traders, a lot of markets have made moves like this today. Remember, we are leading into a holiday reversal. If we go back to this one, remember that on the weekly, the S&P looks great. It has not broken anything major, and weekly projections are still much, much higher before this year comes to an end. But you take it down to a daily, which is what we're trading now, and you will see that it just continues to make new highs all day today. It is making another new high right now, and we are literally just a few moments from the close. So you're certainly not selling that. You need to respect what it's doing, but I think it is just doing the holiday reversal. It will not get too much higher, and come next week, you'll have to watch this thing come right back down. Traders, I hope this helps to keep things in perspective. I recognize it has really been difficult trading lately. Thank the Lord for your stops. Try to trade slightly smaller. Realize that we are in a seasonal pullback time, so these rallies you really have to be careful with. Remember that the last time we were in this shoulder, head, shoulder, the rally did fail. You had a one-day rally which failed. We have another one-day rally here, much bigger, but it is a one-day rally. Please be cautious on what you do Sunday evening into Monday morning. Thank you so much for coming to today's class. I hope this class will help to keep you in tune with what should happen for next week's reversals. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.